The silence of the studio. What figure painting teaches about mindfulness? What happens to the mind when an artist sits quietly in a life drawing studio for hours? At first, it feels like a technical exercise. Observe the model, measure proportions, capture the pose. But over time, something subtle begins to change. The process becomes less about drawing, and more about being present. A life drawing session has a unique kind of silence. There may be people in the room. Pencils may move, easels may shift, but underneath it all, there is a deep concentration that feels almost meditative. The artist is not thinking about the past or the future. They are focused entirely on what is in front of them: the curve of a shoulder, the angle of a knee, the relationship between light and shadow on the body. This level of attention requires stillness. Not just physical stillness, but mental stillness. Thoughts slow down, distractions fade, the act of observing becomes the center of awareness. In this way, figure painting naturally becomes a form of mindfulness practice. The artist learns to see without rushing, to notice details that are usually overlooked, to stay with a single moment for an extended period of time. This is very different from how we normally experience the world. In daily life, attention is often fragmented. We move quickly from one task to another. We rarely stay with one visual experience long enough to truly understand it. But in the studio, time changes. A single pose may last 20 minutes, an hour, or longer. The artist has no choice but to slow down. This slowing down creates depth, not only in the drawing, but in perception itself. Over time, artists begin to notice things they never saw before. The subtle shift of weight in a standing figure, the quiet tension in a resting hand, the way light softens across skin when it changes direction. These observations are not just technical, they are deeply present experiences. There is also a psychological effect. As attention becomes focused, the mind becomes calmer. Judgment fades. The pressure to create something perfect becomes less important than the act of seeing clearly. In this state, drawing becomes almost secondary. The real practice is awareness. Many artists describe this experience as therapeutic, not because it removes difficulty, but because it creates clarity. A connection between hand, eye, and mind, between observation and expression. In this space, the human figure is not just a subject. It becomes a point of focus, a way of anchoring attention in the present moment. And when the session ends, artists often leave with more than sketches. They leave with a quieter mind, a slower perception of the world, and a deeper appreciation for visual experience. Figure painting, in this sense, is not only about creating art. It is also about learning how to see, and learning how to be fully present while doing it. Thank you for listening.